Hello guys, Dhananjay here and welcome back to a new video, and it's that time of the year when we are going to review the latest graphics card by Nvidia, and this is the RTX 3080. I'm saying this as if I've been doing this for last 5 years. This is probably the first time when I'm reviewing Nvidia graphics card at the embargo date. I mean, almost at the embargo date. This may be the first time, but definitely not the last time. In future, a lot of PC build videos are lined up and a lot of PC content is coming for sure. Last time I said this was before lockdown, and then lockdown happened and everything was like, oh my god, so difficult to get. But not anymore. A lot of PC content coming for sure. Like almost, yes. In this video, we are going to talk about the RTX 3080. I tested a lot of games at 1080p, 1440p and 4K resolution. I'll be showcasing the benchmark while I'm talking as well at times. I'll be showcasing them in a separate video because there are a lot of games that I need to show. I do not want to do the graph thing. I prefer to show the gameplay actually because looking at the gameplay feels slightly better, I feel. Now let's talk about this RTX 3080 which I have by Gigabyte. This is the gaming OC edition which comes with 10 GB of VRAM. All the 3080s will come with 10 GB of VRAM. This variant will cost you about 73,000 rupees in India, and there is another variant, Eagle variant of the same card, which will cost you 71,000 rupees. Gaming OC variant, the one which I have, comes with 4 years of warranty. You need to register the product in 30 days of purchase. This comes with RGB Fusion 2.0, Wind Force OC edition and all that stuff. Basically, you can overclock this graphic card to get even better performance. All the benchmarks that you will see in this video are on stock speeds. No overclock was done separately on the graphic card. Now let's talk about the specifications. As you already know, this is 3080. It comes with 19,000 megahertz memory clock, 10 GB VRAM, GDDR6X. This is the latest memory type and one of the fastest as well. It is a PCI 4.0 card. I yesterday only published a video on B550 motherboard, and in that video I specifically talked about PCI 4.0 being future proof. And yes, if you buy a B550 motherboard, then this 3080 or 3070 with PCI 4.0 will be able to utilize it to the fullest. And that's why if you're planning to build a PC in the future, getting a PC with PCI 4.0 will obviously be a very good choice, like B550 motherboard or X570 of course. Now the graphic card that I have comes with 3 display ports and 2 HDMI ports. It is a display port 1.4. It supports 8K resolution up to 60 Hz, 4K resolution up to 120 Hz, and HDMI 2.1 port also supports 4K up to 120 Hz, meaning if you have a 4K monitor which can go up to 120 Hz, then 3080 is probably a good choice for that. And if you have 8K TV, because I don't really know any 8K monitors right now, at least 8K TV will support 60 Hz out of the box with the 3080 if you use the display port. Now major performance difference between 2080 Ti and the 3080 is probably because of the new architecture, which is Ampere. The earlier architecture was Turing architecture. Not just that, number of CUDA cores has almost doubled with the 3080 as compared to 2080 Ti, which is fantastic. Power draw has also increased from 250 watt of 2080 Ti to 320 watts. Like 320 watts just for the graphics card. So the game is running at 4K right now for about, I'm playing the games for about an hour, 75 degrees Celsius max, 4K at ultra, 30 FPS. And the maximum power draw is about 440 watts. It's not going above 500 watts, even though the card itself, it's 320 watts, like rated at 320 watts. It's the maximum that it can take. I mean, that's not the power that it will keep on taking even if you're not playing games. That's the maximum power draw that 3080 can do. And the recommended power supply is a 750 watt power supply. And all the benchmarks that you are seeing till now are done on 3700X because I do not have access to i9 10900K as of shooting this video. At least hopefully by the next time when I review 3070, maybe I will have the i9 10900K and 32 GB RAM at 3200 megahertz and a 750 watt power supply. Unfortunately, I was not able to fit the 3080 inside my case because I have a 360mm radiator in the front, and the Corsair 680X is probably not the perfect case to have 3080 and a 360mm fan setup in the front. So I will probably have to adjust to 240mm. I'm saying this as if I get to keep this card. The card will be going back. The card is here for the review. So if you have the same case that I have, you will probably have to change the cooler. Now let's talk about the heating, whether the card overheats or not. With so many CUDA cores and 350 watts of power draw, I was expecting the card to become very warm, like go to 80 degree 85 degrees Celsius, but that did not happen. We tested the games for almost 2 hours continuously. We were testing games, and after that I played Microsoft Flight Simulator for 1.5 hours. and still the car did not reach 80 degrees Celsius. This was not a complete open bench setup, but the cabinet was open because I was not able to fit the 360 cooler inside the case, as I said earlier. I was definitely surprised to see the car not reaching 80 degrees Celsius as well, even after such a long gaming session. And I was playing Microsoft Flight Simulator at 4K resolution with ultra setting possible. Oh my god, the game, I mean, you can see the benchmarks right now. At 1080p, the game was definitely playable, very easily playable. I mean, at the ultra setting possible. By the way, all the games that you are seeing right now, I should have mentioned this earlier, are at the maximum settings possible, like literally maximum settings possible. This is the least amount of FPS that you can get on a 3080 machine with 1080p, 1440p or 4K. You can 100% get better FPS than what you can see in the video by adjusting the setting a little bit, like reducing the details or textures a little bit, which doesn't really matter in games. Like some games with Microsoft Simulator, personally I loved how Microsoft Flight Simulator looked with on 1080p and 1440p resolution also, because oh my god, the details were so good. At 4K resolution, even with 3080, it dropped to 30 to 35 FPS, which was quite surprising. And that's how demanding the Microsoft Flight Simulator game is. Oh my god, it was really good at 1080p and 1440p as well for me, because I have a 1080p monitor personally, so it looked fantastic. This game is something which is very addictive in my opinion. Now let's look at some other games that I've benchmarked with the RTX 3080. Battlefield 5 was one of the games which I played on the RTX 2070 with RTX turned on and DLSS on. The performance was not that great, but with 3080, the performance was definitely very, very good. I enjoyed playing the game because of the high FPS as well as the details being really good with RTX and DLSS turned on with the Battlefield 5 game. Unfortunately, I do not have a lot of games to showcase RTX on, but in future I'll definitely buy a few more games like Control and other games which support RTX and showcase them probably with the 3070. With the subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Review of that will be coming soon as well. And I guess that's pretty much it for the review of RTX 3080. If you want me to do a detailed video on Premiere Pro's performance only, then do let me know about that in the comment section box below. This is one of those first reviews where I'm getting started. If you have any suggestions regarding this video, the games that I tested or the settings that I tested or anything, do let me know about that in the comment section box below. I know that I did not do a comparison with 2080 Ti because obviously I don't have a 2080 Ti right now, but whenever the next generation of graphic card launches, I'll definitely have 3080 pitched against 3070 because we have tested all the games right now and everything is there. And the biggest irritating thing was we tested the game like Microsoft Flight Simulator and one patch was released immediately after that, so we had to redo the tests, and the patch is of 10 GB, the game itself is of 100 GB, 150. Okay, wait, why am I complaining? I enjoyed using the RTX 3080. If you're looking to buy the best bang for your buck and you want the best of the best performance at the price tag of 73,000 rupees, the Gigabyte Gaming OC RTX 3080 is definitely one of my recommendations, because not only because of the great performance but also because the heating issue was not there. I mean, the graphic card did not heat that much, and that's what I loved about this. If you enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up. Leave your doubts, suggestions, or queries in the comment section box below. I'm more than willing to go through them, make changes accordingly and all that stuff. So subscribe if you haven't already and press the bell icon so that you get notified next time I upload a video like this one. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for watching.